Hey everybody, welcome to our next video. In this video we're going to talk about how to move the hot end of your printer if you need to move it up in the air in the Z-axis in order to clean it, get out from underneath it, or if you need to do some bed leveling, which we're going to show in a future video. You're going to need to be able to move that hot end around the print space. So the way you're going to do that with your printer on is you're going to press the control knob, and you're going to select motion. Okay, it's the second option, and from motion, and by selecting it, remember, you rotate to select and then you push the knob in to make your selection. And underneath there, you've got a choice called Move Axes. So we're going to pick Move Axes, okay, and then from there, it lists the axes that you can move. And think of it this way, as these are the stepper motors that you can control. And so your choices are Move X, Move Y, Move Z, and Extrude. So we'll start with the extrude one. That's simple. If your hot end was hot, if you turn the extruder motor, it will actually force filament through the hot end, and you can sort of purge the line. You can push filament out. So you might use this if you were changing your filament, those kinds of things. So that allows you to control the filament extruder motor. But for us, we actually just want to change the X, Y, and Z position. And so the one we're going to do is Z, because it's the one usually most common. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to pick Move Z and select. Now, one of the things that you'll notice is on the control pad from here, you should see 10 millimeter, 1 millimeter, 0.1 millimeter, and if you keep scrolling down, you'll even see well, on the Z, you're only going to see 0.1. On the X and Y, you're actually going to see a 0.025 millimeter. So this is the size of the step, or the amount of movement that each turn of your knob, each click of the setting is going to cause your print head to move. So for us, we're going to do Z, motion, move, Z, and we're just going to choose 10 millimeters because I want it to move quite a bit. I don't want to have to sit here and spin it, so I am going to go ahead, and as I turn it, I'm going to turn it to 48 millimeters, and you're going to notice that this thing should move about 2 inches up off of the bed. All right. When I'm done with that, if I wanted it to fine tune it, I could go back and say, instead of moving 10 millimeters every click, I could say, oh, I really want you to just move 1 millimeter, or even 0.1, so 1/10 of a millimeter for every click. And it'll be so small that as I'm doing this, you probably can't hardly see the print head moving at all. And if I were to spin it, you can just barely, if I sit here and spin it, you can notice, because every time around, it's only moving 1/10 of a millimeter. So, same settings for Y, X, and Y, and I hope that shows you how to manipulate the position of your print head using the Move Axes command.